Okay, today we are taking a look at the LG Optimus Quest. This is a CDMA, uh, 800 megahertz entry-level device offered by Straight Talk. It's their latest LG Optimus model that they've put out on their website. You might be able to find it at Walmart as well. Now, the thing that's interesting about this phone is that it's pretty much the the old Optimus design. So it's not the new Optimus design that you're seeing now with the square corners. This one, you got your usual rounded corners. You still have the four Android buttons here at the bottom. All the newer ones, most of the newer ones, are coming out with a three-button layout at the bottom. So this is very much like some of the older phones that Straight Talk offered about 2 years ago, like particularly the Optimus Q and the LG Optimus Net, I believe. Very similar to those two phones. The only difference between this phone, the Quest here, and those older models is the fact that the older models have physical push buttons here at the bottom. They don't have these capacitive touch buttons. Another difference between this phone and the older Optimus models is the fact that this one's got a 5 megapixel digital camera. It's also got a built-in LED flash. And finally, this, which is kind of unusual for an entry-level phone, this phone comes with the Gorilla Glass on the screen. So it's not the typical plastic that you find on just about every other entry-level device out there, at least Straight Talk device. Now, as far as the design on this phone, its layout is pretty much exactly like all the other Optimus phones, even the new ones. You don't have a dedicated camera button. Charge port on the bottom, volume on the left, and then on the top, of course, you got the power slash lock and the standard iPod size headphone jack. Now, measurements wise, the screen on this phone measures 3.5 inches diagonally, so we'll go ahead and measure that for you here. So maybe a tad under 3.5, if we're getting it right. The width on the phone, you have about 2.5. Height, you have about a little bit more than 4.5. Thickness is probably yeah, right around 0.4, a little bit less than half. So dimensions wise, it's pretty much exactly the same size as the two phones I mentioned earlier, the Optimus Q and Optimus Net, which I think the Optimus Q is still available for a lot less than this phone, by the way. Now the thing that I don't like about this phone is, more than anything, is the price, because there's really nothing new about this phone that you can't get on $100 Huawei, for example. Processor, it's 800 megahertz, so nothing new there. And then disappointingly, especially since this is a newer release from Straight Talk, is the fact that it comes with the older Android Gingerbread, Android 2.3. So you don't even get the new Android on this phone out of the box. Now the phone, in case you're wondering, comes with the charger and cable separate, so that's good. It's always nice to get that. It does have a 4 gig SD card that's already installed in the phone. We'll go ahead and show you that. Okay, so here's the back of the phone without the battery cover. As I said, 4 gig SD card pre-installed for you, and the phone doesn't have any internal memory of its own, so you will need that card. Everything else pretty standard back here. Now, as far as the operating system goes, as I said, this is Android 2.3, so there's really nothing new on it. It's pretty much got all the standard stuff that you'll find on just about every single other entry-level phone from Straight Talk. Even the sub $100 ones are the same exact operating system as on this and have the same stuff. So of course you have your Google Maps, Google Play, YouTube, of course Wi-Fi, all the standard stuff does come with the phone. But again, there's nothing new on the operating system, and of course the interface is the same as it is on every other entry-level Straight Talk phone. So not a whole lot to talk about there. Again, really the highlights on this phone are the Gorilla Glass screen and the 5 megapixel camera with the LED flash. Other than that, this is pretty standard entry level, though a little bit more expensive than you'd expect. So if you're looking at this phone, and you're liking the Gorilla Glass for whatever reason, maybe you want something a little bit more durable, then I would definitely take a look at the Motorola Defy XT, simply because that one's got a 1 gig processor, and everything else is much better on that phone. You also get the Gorilla Glass on that. You get the water resistance, dust resistance, and you get a few extras in the operating system like FM radio and a couple of little neat things. And that phone is only $30 more than this phone. So for the $30, the Motorola Defy XT is a much better phone than this. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff and you just want something entry level, then I would definitely recommend probably any of the other entry level phones that are much cheaper than this. I think you can find some now that are about half the price of this, and essentially do the same thing. And once they get the Optimus Extreme back in stock, then I would definitely look at that one. It's the same price as this, but that one comes with Android ice cream sandwich, and it's also got a larger screen. So overall, this is an okay phone, but there's nothing new here. It's pretty much identical to every other entry-level device you're going to find with Straight Talk, though it's a little bit on the pricier side. You will need the $45 unlimited card, and again, this is a CDMA device, so you'll get either Sprint or Verizon when Straight Talk activates your phone.